Biden is the Grinch who stole Christmas by using Bidenomics. Bidenomics means Americans are struggling even to buy holiday dinners. The holiday season is meant to be a relaxing time to spend with loved ones. We celebrate our blessings as Americans while surrounded by friends and family. But for middle class households across the country, those blessings have become nearly impossible to afford. Bidenomics is wreaking havoc on family budgets at a time when every dollar counts, and it's exposing the failure of President Bidenomics policies. This year, Americans were faced with one of the most expensive Thanksgivings on record, second only to 2022, according to the American Farm Bureau's annual Thanksgiving survey. The cost of a Thanksgiving meal rose 25% over 2019 prices. The centerpiece turkey cost nearly 32% more than it did in 2019, and the price of other holiday staples spiked too, with rolls up 54%, stuffing up 41%, pumpkin pie mix up 34%, and green beans up to 32%. What's more, according to Forbes, 58% of those who plan to host Thanksgiving said they would be accumulated debt to help cover costs. Food insecurity has risen by over 45% since August 2021, and food banks have been pushed to brink, saying they are seeing the worst rate of hunger in years. Yet, Joe Biden couldn't be any more out of touch. He spent Thanksgiving in Nantucket, where the median home price is $5 million, at the lavish home of one of his billionaire donors. He's so disconnected from the everyday plight of Americans that he continues to brag about the fact of Bidenomics, as if Americans don't feel the pain of rising prices every day. Unfortunately, more reports are showing that it may only get worse from here. PNC Bank's annual Christmas Price Index, which measures the cost of the dozen gifts outlined in the 12 days of Christmas, just hit an all-time high, jumping another 2.7% after a 10.5% hike last year. The cost of Christmas tree is 10% higher than a year ago, and more than 1 in 3 Americans are skipping Christmas presents due to inflation concerns. And with higher prices for flights, gas, and hotels, people are spending more just to see their families. You could say that the national Christmas trees toppling this year was symbolic. Americans deserve better this holiday season, but they are quite literally paying the price of Biden's 2 trillion stimulus from 2021, and without House Republicans, they'd also be paying for their 7 trillion spending spree that Biden pushed for earlier this year. As Americans head into the new year, they are reminded daily that Joe Biden has made it nearly impossible to maintain the standards of living they knew before he took office. A new CBS report shows that Americans are spending an extra $11,000 per year just to afford basic necessaries. They're struggling to pay their debts, save for retirement, and afford rent. That's the real Bidenomics. Try as Biden might to save face with his bogus bank corrupting America toward stops across the country. You can't convince people that their everyday reality is wrong. Biden is the Grant who made Christmas too expensive, and when Americans head to polls next November, they'll be voting with their wallets.